Where's the woke coach Greg Popovich of the San Antonio Spurs when you need him? Where's the super woke athlete activist King LeBron James when you need him? And where's the hyper woke coach Steve Kerr of the Golden State Warriors when you need him?
The Chinese are wrong to be putting pressure on the NBA, sir?
Well, the NBA is a different thing. I mean, I watch this guy, Steve Kerr, and he was like a little boy. He was so scared to be even answering the question. He couldn't answer the question. He was shaking. I don't know. He didn't know how to answer the question. And yet he'll talk about the United States very badly. I watched Popovich, sort of the same thing, but he didn't look quite as scared, actually. But they talk badly about the United States, but when it talks about China, they don't want to say anything bad. I thought it was pretty sad, actually. It'll be very interesting. Excuse me?
Are you okay then with the Chinese government pressuring the NBA over Hong Kong?
They have to work out their own situation. The NBA they know what they're doing, but I watched the way that, like, Kerr, Popovich, and some of the others were pandering to China, and yet to our own country, it's like they don't respect it. It's like they don't respect it. I said, what a difference. Isn't it sad? It's very sad. To me, it's very sad.
To what is the president referring? Well, the general manager of the Houston Rockets, a man named Daryl Morey, sent out a tweet in support of the Hong Kong dissidents. What did the controversial tweet say? Well, that tweet prompted a denunciation by the NBA, not of the Chinese repressive government, but of the general manager who sent out the tweet. Here's what the NBA said in a statement 2 days later. We recognize that the views expressed by Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey have deeply offended many of our friends and fans in China, which is regrettable. While Daryl has made it clear that his tweet does not represent the Rockets or the NBA, the values of the league support individuals educating themselves and sharing their views on matters important to them. We have great respect for the history and culture of China and hope that sports and the NBA can be used as a unifying force to bridge cultural divides and bring people together, end of quote. And the Houston Rockets superstar James Harden apologized to China.
Yeah, we apologize. We love China. We love, playing there. I know for both of us individually, we go there, once or twice a year. They show us the most important love. So, we appreciate them as a fan base, and we love everything, they're about, and we appreciate their support that they give us individually and as an organization. So.
You might ask yourself, what the devil is going on here? We love communist China? Well, the answer is easy.
Just follow the money.
So let's do that. Sports commentator Jason Whitlock nails it.
Listen, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich, LeBron James, Adam Silver, the whole list of them are hypocrites, no question about it. They're silent on this. They're very vocal on issues here locally. But I don't want to miss the forest for looking at these nice trees. This story, Sean, is really about Nike. No, it's really about Nike. And Nike is the king of basketball. Nike's a $30 and $40 billion a year business. The NBA is an $8 billion a year business. The NBA answers to Nike, and Nike answers to China.
But, when it comes to dumping on our government, the leader of our country, President Donald Trump, Stevie is Stevie on the spot.
We would, in normal times, very easily be able to set aside political differences and go visit and have a great time, and that'd be awesome. But these are not ordinary times. Probably the most divisive times in my life.
And Coach Steve Kerr had no problem slamming our government and our leadership when they didn't pass what he considered to be additional common sense gun control laws.
Well, nothing has been done. It doesn't seem to matter to our government that children are being shot to death day after day in schools. It doesn't matter that people are being shot at a concert, in a movie theater. It's not enough, apparently, to move our leadership, our government, the people who are running this country, to actually do anything. that's demoralizing.
Did you know that Steve Kerr's father was assassinated by Islamic terrorists? I'm not kidding. So therefore, wouldn't you think Steve Kerr would have some sort of empathy for the human rights activists who are protesting against human rights abuses by the repressive communist Chinese government? Think again.
Steve, obviously the big story in the league right now is Daryl Morey's tweet and everything going on with China. Do you have any thoughts on that situation?
Actually, I don't. I mean, it's a really bizarre international story, and a lot of us don't know what to make of it. So it's something I'm reading about, just like everybody is, but I'm not going to comment further on that.
How challenging is that for you at this point? I mean, I'm sure there's you may want to comment on something.
No, I mean, actually, what I've found is that it's easy to speak on issues that I'm passionate about and that I feel like I'm well versed on, and I've found that it makes the most sense to stick to topics that fall in that category. So I try to keep my comments to those things, but so it's not difficult. It's more I'm just trying to learn. My brother-in-law is actually a Chinese history professor, and I emailed him today to tell me what I should be learning about all this.
He has a brother-in-law who teaches Chinese history? I think I took that professor when I was in school. And then there's the NBA San Antonio Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. Here's what he said about the leader of our country on his second day in office.
It was great. I mean, that message is important, and it could have been a whole lot of groups marching. And if somebody said on TV, well, what's their message? Well, the message is obvious. Our president comes in with the lowest rating of anybody who ever came into the office. And there's a majority of people out there since Hillary won the popular vote that don't buy his act.
But forget about those gulags, those internment camps, the repression of ethnic and religious minorities in mainland China. Greg Popovich praised the NBA's handling of the controversy and took another swipe at Trump.
Freedom of speech, I felt great again. He's been a heck of a leader in that respect, and very courageous. And when you compare it to what we've had to live through the last 3 years, there's a big difference, big gap there, leadership-wise and courage-wise.
And then there's the highly woke King LeBron James. Highly woke, at least when it comes to you-know-who.
You regret that you got into a name-calling situation with the president?
No. A name calling? What'd I say? Let me hear you say it.
Called him a bum.
It's not a name call. It's no, you bum. Me and my friends call each other that all the time. I'm not his friend though. I don't want to see that on the note. He's not my friend.
Now, what did this athlete activist say about Chinese repression, about the Hong Kong dissidents who are fighting for human rights in Hong Kong? Well, he had this to say. Yo, woke King James, woke Greg Popovich, woke Steve Kerr. We know exactly the message that you're sending to America's youth.
Show me the money.
I'm Larry Elder, and this has been the Larry Elder Show for Epic Times. I'll see you next time.